Right, morning all. I just slit this open. I just had a little delivery. Little project I'm working on at the moment. This is by Whole Foods. Couldn't get the stuff from a normal supermarket. I'll just take that away and look at it. Yeah, it's my address. Right. I have some various ingredients. Some almond flour, two 400-gram packets. I have some self-lever yeast, and in here I have some organic coconut flour, some arrowroot, and I think that is psyllium powder, and then some white chia seeds. And what is this for, you ask yourself? Well, we'll see, won't we? So that has arrived today. That is reasonably expensive, to be honest, but that is going to make me some bread. So we'll be doing that when I come back from my little hospital appointment, and joy of joys. Anyway, that's it. Cheers, see you in a bit. Right, I hope you can all see this. This is almond flour, and you have to have 1 cupful of almond flour. So, pretty much 1 cup of almond flour. Those are bags already. With the chia seeds, they are organic, but I've actually ground them up in my bullets, so to basically powder them. So they're ready. Now the next thing you need is some arrowroot flour. So this is a bit, I'm trying to look for how to get into some of these without making a damned mess. And I think I've just found it. And the reason I'm trying this is 2 things. I don't like, I do love bread, but I don't like too much of the stuff what's in there, the grains and those other things. So I'm trying so hard to 1 cupful, that's another one. So I'll pop that one there. I'll sort out the base in a minute. So we want some coconut flour now, which is a half. So I've got some organic coconut flour. Once again, find the label to undo it. Doing as fast as I can. I'm trying to show you all the details. So we want half a cup of coconut flour, and these are the dry ingredients. Half a cup of flour, which is coconut one. There you go. On the shelf, get that out of the way. Now what do we need? A tablespoon, teaspoon, a teaspoon. I'm going to do a teaspoon of salt. I'll do that over the sink so I don't know more. Himalayan salt, that's going to be plenty. I'm looking at the ingredients while I'm turning away. So that is basically the dry ingredients. So since I'm not going to put my grubby hands in there, which I have just washed, etc. That's all the dry ingredients. So mixing those up in my little bowl, and that's ready. Okay, 1 spoon, 1 teaspoon, whatever. So I need to sort the yeast out next. The psyllium, I must remember the psyllium. That goes in the wet ingredients of psyllium, which is a gelling agent. Same as the chia seeds as a gelling agent. You can use an egg instead of chia seeds, by the way, if you haven't got any chia seeds. I've bought the white one so it doesn't make the bread look bitty. So that's it. So I need to open that, so I'll come back in a bit when I've opened this. Cheers. This is a little shot of the hospital. A bit of wind, hopefully not too much. I'm going to hear the crows in this, or rooks. Can't work out what they are, can't quite see them. A little bit of a, well, they used to call it a rookery, don't they? I think there might be rooks, I'm not too sure though. The sun's shining in the eyes there. But you can hear them. And this is a little pathway down from this hospital. It's a local hospital. And now it's just a steady walk back. Cheers, friends. Right, you'll probably find a slight subtle change. This is the next day and it's a new batch. I am going to, this is Best Canadian maple syrup. I did actually get this from Asda. This is the sweetening agent, and there's a police car or something in the background. So we'll give that a stir into the water, which is around 100, 105, 110. I have tried my little pinky, which is clean, and it's about right. So what we need to do there is now find, I made a little mistake yesterday. I put the yeast in and all the rest of the ingredients into the wet mix, and that swamped the yeast. So basically the yeast didn't react very well. I did bake the loaf and I did try it, and I was quite happy with the taste, but of course the texture was flat. So I'll just get the rest of this out of here, like little pinkies. So hopefully that is turned milky, and that should give in a few minutes, about 5 to 10 minutes, to react, to start going, and then we'll come back to that. Okay, then we'll add the chia seeds and the psyllium powder, etc. Okay, so I'll come back to that in a minute, so I'll just whiz you off in a minute. Cheers. Right, morning all, again back. So that's how it looks now. The yeast is starting to rise and do its business. So I'll add the other ingredients into this now and give it a whisk, a couple of 3 minutes, and then put it into the dry mix. I'm going to put you back here where you were, give me a little spot so I can get on with that. Okay, so now all I've got to do, sorry to talk away from you, can't see me, is got to put the psyllium in there and work it from there. Now, as far as I'm aware of, that's a tablespoon. I'm not too sure, but I'll have to recheck. Let me just go and recheck. So you just look at that mixture. Yeah, tablespoons. It's alright, I've just got the mixture up again because I think I wrote it down wrong. So, oops, there's the psyllium. 2 of those, and then chia seeds again. It's not a teaspoon, it's a bigger. That's a bit too much. That should be plenty of chia seeds. Right, I'm going to give this a bit of a stir. It's not exactly dead easy because the powder doesn't want to break up, and I haven't got a little whisk, and so I've got a little job to do to break up all the little balls. So there you go. So I know I haven't got a whisk, it's no good even looking for it. And then this thickens up to a bit of a jelly, which is the psyllium does and the chia seeds, as you can see. This is sometimes called keto bread, by the way, if anybody wants to look it up or whatever. There's various recipes, and it's entirely up to you what you want to do. It's hard to get the lumps out, but once you put it in there and knead it, it should be okay. But I did say make one yesterday, but it didn't turn out very well. But I wasn't disappointed with that, because as I say, I did eat some of the crust off it, and put some butter on, which I eat butter, I don't eat margarine, and yeah, it turned out okay. So just a slightly bigger lump there. So whether you can see that, that is it looks like grey porridge or brownish porridge. Right, that's going in that mix there. There we go. Right, I'm going to go. I need a warm space to put it in. No, oops. I'm going to just turn this with a spoon initially, and just to turn it in a bit, just to help me, because I don't like putting my googly fingers in there. I don't ask me why, but I don't. So once it gets to be a little bit like this, okay. We'll see how this turns out. Just gotta mix it up a bit. It's a bit awkward in this bowl, but I've only got this little bowl. So still a bit powdery at the bottom, because I haven't kneaded it very well yet, but for all you out there who have is it wheat allergies and various other bits and pieces, you got to try it. It's as I said, from what I had yesterday, I was more than impressed with it. So there you go. Just make sure it's kneaded up. So hopefully this will rise a little bit, put a bit of air in, and then we'll come back to that. Right, there you go, there you go. Right, I'm going to wash my hands, so I'll stand in front of you, sorry about that. I'm going to dampen this tea towel, whether you can see that. Not that important, but there's just the pigeons down there eating the last of the seeds out of the neighbour's feeding thing. She's put it too close up to the for the pigeons to get into. So just cover that, and we'll find a little warm room. I'll just dry my hand. Right, so I got cut short earlier on, run out of space on my tape. Well, I've got some greaseproof paper. I don't know whether this has risen or not, which is a bit frustrating for me, to say the very least. It seems a lot better than the last one. What I'm going to do is make 2 bowls, and just a little bit of kneading, not too much. So let's see. There's not enough water, but it's all trial and error, so I'm having a go. So making 2, that way you don't get so much of a, if it's doughy, it's so much doughy. But we'll see. And I've got a little making tray. Put the oven on ready. It's electric is 200, it's about 400, so 2 to 400. So a couple of little slits. Okay, I'm going to use that there because that's going to be washing out. So next thing on the agenda is an egg wash, if you want to use an egg wash. I never did yesterday. But we'll see. I don't know whether they're risen or not. They don't rise a lot, I know that. It doesn't rise a lot like whatever. So we'll see those, put them on a tray, and we'll get a bit of an egg wash. Just hang on a second. Oh, right, so a little tray. Put those on there. Just this in here. We don't need all that stuff on the edge. Little paintbrush, there's a lot of it here. But we'll try it. I'll let you know how we get on. The egg won't go to waste, by the way. Whatever's left. There you go. Wait till the oven to rise, and should we say to get to the temperature, a couple of more minutes. I'll pop them in and I'll come back to you when it's done. Cheers. Right, they've been in for a little bit of time now. I'm going to take them out. Ooh. And here they are. I'm going to put that somewhere on there where it's quite hot. And those are my little bread things. They look alright. We'll certainly see how they get on. Now you have to leave them a good hour to cool down, otherwise they're quite sticky. We'll come back again. Sorry to just snapshots here. There you go. Very little bread. You can see the size of my hand. They're only like big buns. Big buns. I like big buns. That's another subject anyway. Cheers. Right, back again. Now these have cooled down. I still think I'm having problems with the rising of the yeast, but so a bit more practice, I think. It still tastes okay. It tastes. It doesn't taste like bread. You can taste the hint of the coconut and other bits and pieces. Not powerful coconut. You can just sense that little bit of coconut. But perhaps, as you say, it's my mixing or something, or I'm not keeping the mixture warm enough for it to rise. But it's not unpalatable, if you understand. It's not unpalatable, and it's not something I would be sort of eating every day. I would probably make something like these two if they last. and I wouldn't make any more. I'd do this once a week, just to give me a little bit of difference in some of the foods I eat. I can't find a knife. I'm going to put some butter on that and see what happens with that. I'll be back in a second, because you can't see me going to the butter. I keep my butter out, of course, and I keep it in the dish. And I like a lot of butter, as you will see, but I'm not trying to spoil my dinner, so I can't have too. I don't know whether you can hear that. Sorry, I don't have too much butter, but there you go. So it's different. I don't normally eat and talk with my mouth full. Mukbang video. I've had that. Anyway, there we go. It's not doughy bread. It's not something you can squeeze together and make a ball. I'll still practice. I don't think the yeast is bad by any stretch of imagination, but what I'll do is I'll make another batch, and this time, instead of using the chia seeds, etc., I will actually put an egg in and see if that makes a slight difference, but I don't think it does. But this is slightly better than yesterday's, but I still think it's not quite rising. So there you go. But anyway, I'm happy with that. Cheers, thanks all. There's another little look. Look at that. Look at the butter, lovely. Cheers.